ideally I will like sign on for one more year, because I don't see like a bad partnership coming out of this by any means. And it's already for me been really positive. So I'm hoping to do like a final send off for fun year, right? Like say I made it to 40 and call it.
Welcome, Robertson Stash. Thanks for coming on the podcast again, man.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, it's been about a year, I think.
Yeah, probably not too far off of that.
Yeah, lots has changed since then.
For both of us. Well, more for me, I guess, than you probably.
Probably. Yeah, so you're not riding for Sherco anymore.
No, yeah, I made a big change up. I'm now riding for Yamaha.
Yamaha.
So
yeah,
maybe I can try and get a violin to play for all the haters now too from Yamaha.
Yeah, they probably make a nice one.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
They're known for their sound quality, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's bikes, pianos,
drums.
guitars,
Yeah. I had
sense.
Yeah.
So I know I should have worked out something in my deal to where I got a full.
Totally for your kids too.
For my kids.
Yeah.
But
Keyboard.
I can't really play anyways. So I need something I need to learn how to do.
You could take the classes with your kids.
Yeah.
You guys could all come up together on piano.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. There's a discount code.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So you just had you've been kind of remodding one of their big bikes. They sent you a few, and
I got a whole plethora of bikes. I'm now not only like a pro racer, but I've turned into, like ambassador, content creator. I don't know. The whole world dynamic is changing for, everything we do. Even what you're doing, what I'm doing, everything is so kind of like online content.
Well, it's good. It's like,
So, I'm still racing, but I'm like, the bike I'm riding is more or less the same platform from like a 2006 YZ250, because there's 2 strokes and 4 strokes, and the 4-stroke development continues on, but for 2 strokes there's not really much development. So
why is that?
They're just not quite as fuel efficient. So like to kind of follow along with the climate change trend, right? Like they want to have a cleaner running bike. So the 4 strokes are just more efficient fuel wise, and they don't put out a little bit of smoke, so it doesn't stress people out as much, I guess.
Yeah. So they haven't made any mods since 2000.
Very minute changes, since 2006. The frame's more or less the same. They changed some plastic body styling, a couple other little doodads, but I'm basically on a 2006 bike that no one was really even doing stuff that we're doing now back then. So it's been a fun project for me to just get a bunch of sponsor product. I'm buying product, and I'm trying to find what works and putting it all out on YouTube eventually at some point. So I've just been documenting a bunch, and got a part-time mechanic that comes out, and he stayed at my house for a week. And
Gator, shout out Gator.
Shout out to Gator.
Is there any other animal names in the industry? You're
know.
Cody.
I'm Cody. I mean, there's a couple people
Gator.
Like, they call the goat. Like, I'm not claiming the goat.
Yeah, you're Cody. Yeah. Love that.
Gator. There's Stone.
Stone.
Yeah, his name's James Flynn, but like Flintstone.
Okay.
So he's Stone now, like
Stone.
the Flintstones.
Yeah.
So, but that's not really an animal.
No.
It's a good.
It's a rock.
Though.
Yeah. Stone.
Yeah.
Any other nicknames out there? No other
Robot,
animals really.
Yeah, Robot. Yeah, there's no other animal nicknames. I have to try and think.
The
of
Hawk.
Someone.
The Hawk.
Hawkeye.
The Eagle. So that's pretty sick. And you just rode the new mods yesterday?
Yeah.
What
day is it? Saturday. 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah. I messed something up.
Yeah.
Was it?
What happened?
I changed out like some piece in there. Most people wouldn't understand, but like, you need a gasket normally to seal something off. And the stock bike only had one gasket, and I was supposed to do like a gasket sandwich. So I had an air leak in my motor. So
what did that do?
It, everything you're running on your car, any sort of combustion engine, it's a mixture of air and fuel. Mm-hmm. So I had an air leak. So I had too much air coming in. So my fuel air ratio mixture was off. So it just makes the bike
loud,
run funny.
Oh, run funny.
Yeah. Like
you noticed it.
Yeah. It idles higher.
Did you still ride it?
Yeah, it was good enough. I put a Band-Aid on it with adjusting to try and get more fuel, but I fixed it last night.
Nice.
I started it this morning just to make sure it runs.
Did you have to take it all apart to put it back up?
Of quite a bit. Yeah, not everything, but I'm taking off a good amount of stuff. Motor stays, but everything else more or less has to come off. So not normally if it's like a pro supercross guy, you don't have the riders taking their whole bike apart and working on it. And with what I do, I'm my own, I guess, privateer. Well, I think all privateers if people are like kind of racing on their own, but I'm factory supported from Yamaha. So I have to do a lot of stuff on my own, but now I get to reap all the rewards of doing my own work. Whereas before on another team, I'm kind of, getting sponsors through the team, and now I can get all my own personal sponsors lined up. I have like more of a direct relationship with sponsors. So for me, it's more work, but you can kind of try and make more at the end of the day because you're putting all that effort out there for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of cuts out the middleman a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you build the relationships too, and you can kind of like say exactly your feedback and whatnot. Yeah,
and before it's like you're on a team, you're kind of stuck with what they say you get. And, if they bring more money in the next year on the sponsor, like you're kind of stuck with where you were the year before. So with your deal with them. Yeah. So I guess there's more risk, but I've got a pretty like respected name in the industry and I've been around for a while. So the moment, I'd already been talking to a bunch of sponsors and had most everything lined up. But the moment my announcement came out, I had people coming at me. Hey, we want you to throw this on your bike. Hey, what about this? And so it was a good position to be in, but it still wasn't easy. These are the mods that you're putting on your bike. These sponsors wanted to deck it out. Yeah. And what were you putting on there? I saw you put an electric start, right? Yeah, I got an electric start on one of them because obviously the original bike didn't have that. So that's crazy. Yeah, electric start, and then a lot of the older bikes have like a cable style clutch, but everything modern nowadays is hydraulic, right? So like you're driving your car, imagine like the old steering wheel, how hard it is to turn the steering wheel. Like everything now is a power steering. So it's like you have hydraulics in there helping. With a bike too? Yeah. Well, not on the bike, but like with the clutch, I have like hydraulic stuff I've got to upgrade to. I've done different heads to change the compression ratio in the motor. I'm changing carb stuff, different tire setups. There's quite a bit. You're keeping the flame arrestor I saw today. Yeah. Just, we don't want to start any fires out there in the forest. Could it possibly start a fire? It spits out? Like they make us, a lot of the races run, like call them spark arresters. Okay. But it's basically like. We have those on torches too. Yeah. Flashback arresters. Flashback arrester. Yeah. Same thing. So it's basically to keep like an accidental spark to shoot out if it backfires. But the one time I've seen flames shoot out of my bike was for another reason, where I sucked like something into the motor and it's like catching fire and shooting flames out. But I have seen a fire started once, and my buddy was running titanium foot pegs, which is more brittle. And there's a lot, I don't know. I did engineering, but I don't remember all the reasons behind it. But like titanium will spark really easily. So he tapped a rock as he went by, and I literally saw like sparks fly off the foot peg and land in like a little bushel of kindle. Weeds. Yeah, kindling. And it was like in California, so it was dry desert area. And instantly it was like, whoosh, like a little thing popped up. And I was like, stomped it out. Wow. So I honestly think titanium foot pegs are more likely to start a fire than your muffler, I guess. Interesting. Cool. So have you made all the mods you're going to make, or are you going to still? Yeah, I'm just trying to get like that baseline figured out and then kind of go from there. So I think I'm pretty close to spot on there. And with like the series I'm racing, like I have a practice bike at home that I'm kind of doing all the initial testing on. And then I have 2 different race bikes. So I need to finish getting those back together, but I'm trying to figure see what I like on these other bikes. So it's been really cool. And just like the feedback I'm getting has been really positive because people are excited to see Yamaha kind of getting into my sport. Like what I do in off-road racing, it's very like European brand dominated. So you have KTM Group, which they're in financial ruin right now. What, really? Yeah, they're $3 billion in debt. Oh. Yeah, and they're an Austrian brand. So they bought 2 other brands and they were killing it in COVID, and then they were riding that COVID wave, and then interest rates went up and people didn't have free spending money anymore, and they were still trying to push that same numbers. I mean, the bicycle industry was this way too. I felt like you couldn't even buy a bicycle because they were going straight off the showroom floor.
There was a bike shortage.
Then all of a sudden, like, it tapered off, and some companies saw it and pulled back, and they basically have like $2 billion just in product at dealerships and at the factory, and they're paying interest on that, so they're in a bad place. But their bikes are good.
KTM.
Yeah, so it's KTM, Husqvarna. We had like Husqvarna chainsaws too.
Husky, okay.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, really?
Same like logo and everything, but two different entities. I think.
It's like Yamaha with the music and
exactly. It's the same thing, but same but different.
Wow.
And then Gas is another brand, and then
Gas.
Yeah, Gas.
I haven't heard of that. Is it?
Yeah, they're originally Spanish company, and then the KTM Austrians bought it, and then I think they have like a MotoGP team as well, but they don't even sell a street bike, so they're just spending money to advertise. It's just advertising, really. So then, like Sherco, who I used to ride for, they're really big with what in the sport I do.
Where are they from?
France. And then there's a couple other ones, but like everyone's really excited because there's the Japanese brands, which are, Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and then Suzuki is hanging in there. But those are huge companies. So to have any interest with like Yamaha coming back into my off-road sport, it's pretty big for the industry.
Do the other, like Suzuki, have bikes?
Yeah, they still have bikes, but they haven't done anything since like 2012 in terms of development. Like they just like, here's your bike. So they're definitely a little bit more on the affordable option, but the tech isn't quite up to par as a Honda or a Yamaha in the motocross world.
Yeah. Sick.
So there's a lot of interest what I'm doing now, and just like the little tidbits I'm putting on Instagram stories, my mechanic building out the bikes, like the feedback is crazy. And I posted a few videos now on my YouTube, and it's like the most my YouTube has ever blown up.
No way.
So I'm just going to ride this Yamaha train.
Yeah. That's awesome. Are you going to be putting it on how's your coaching website going too?
The coaching website's going pretty good still. I know we talked about that last time I was here.
Yeah.
It kind of took a back burner there for a bit because I was trying to get this whole program I'm doing figured out, because I'm basically managing my own team just for myself right now. So I had a lot of focus on that, and now I'm starting to get back into the training thing. But that's still holding on strong there. It's just, I kind of look at that as a for fun thing, and trying to get more people in the sport and more comfortable riding. And, it helps pay for my kids' Montessori school. So that's a good part. But,
that's great.
The racing thing and managing this and getting all my sponsors, that kind of pays for all the rest of this stuff. So the training website, it's just been a fun project and a way to help cut down the bills a little bit.
That's awesome. So do you have any races coming up?
Yeah, so my first big race will be January 26th, 7th. I don't know, something like that. It's in the California desert. It's called King of Motos, and it's attached to this other race called King of Hammers, which is like a massive, like, redneck brawl.
What?
It's like Burning Man for gearheads is what it's called. It's like in the desert, and it's just a bunch of...
Is it a race?
Yeah, it's a race. Like, it's a multi-day thing. So the King of Motos kicks off the week. And then I think over the course of the week, there's probably like 80,000 people that come out to the desert to watch and spectate.
Wow.
And they're like racing trophy trucks. They're racing like crazy modded side-by-sides. They're racing rock crawlers.
Really?
And just crazy desert, nasty terrain. So like every day there's like one or two races.
Wow.
Throughout that week.
Cool.
So, and the dirt
and
bike
that's before?
the dirt bike stuff kicks off first. So King of Motos starts.
Wow, are you going to stay for it?
No, we're doing like a video shoot with a bunch of the top guys that next week. So I'll be in Utah,
nice.
Which is cool about my sport. A lot of other sports, like you're not going to see like the greatest from all the teams playing for fun. Like you're not going to see top basketball guys hanging out with each other and playing pickup ball.
No.
I mean, I don't foresee the greats of basketball doing that or hockey unless
too much ego
unless
involved.
they go to the Olympics and then they all got to play on the same team. But with what I do, everyone's pretty friendly and gets along good. So we're spending a week doing like a filming trip in Utah, which will be pretty sick.
Oh, cool. You're going to be riding and like
riding
by the arches.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some baby arches.
Baby
Everywhere
arches?
legal. Yeah. We would get in big trouble.
Oh yeah. So there's certain trails.
I would love to ride across one of the arches at Arches National Park, but I don't think I'll get out of prison after that one.
No. Perhaps you have to get special permission, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe they wouldn't let you do it.
Probably not. I have to pay a lot of money.
How was Formula One? Did you just got back from that?
Yeah, I'm super fortunate to have the Red Bull deal, and there's some really cool perks that come along with that. So I think because I've been there now for quite some time, I think 8 years or something like that with Red Bull. I don't know, 2015, 2016, something like that. So, and I'm probably like their lowest paid guy. I haven't got a raise the whole time I was there. So I told them, like, is it because you guys feel bad for me? You're sending me to Formula One. So they didn't really say no. So I figured maybe that's what it was. So I got invited to Formula One. I had like all the VIP stuff. They put us up in a hotel.
Nice.
So my wife and I went, and it was sick. Like crazy build out just for like one event. And it's like this 3-story building just does like 2 events a year, and it's Red Bull hospitality VIP setup. And, they have like a professional chef who goes to all these races for VIP access people and gives them a menu. He sources everything out. And then they had like a live DJ every night. So they had like Zed, and then they had,
Zed's dead or Zed?
I think just Zed.
Oh, Zed, another Zed, dude.
Yeah, another Zed.
The YZ 250.
Yeah, YZ 250. And then, Dead Mouse.
Oh, really?
Played too. But like, they made him a sick custom one-off Red Bull Formula One helmet, mouse hat to wear.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But he didn't wear, I think he's accepted now. People knows what he looks like, so he doesn't wear it the whole time.
Oh, really?
Anymore, yeah. But it was a wild experience. I saw Antonio Brown, like he's a football player, retired now.
Oh, okay.
Just a bunch of
Hollywood
bigwigs were there, and it was just me.
So they build this building
it's like
for the 2 weeks, and then they tear it down.
It's probably less.
Is it like on the road, kind of?
Yeah, it's like right off the side of the track on a corner. So you get to see part of the track, and they got a bunch of screens playing, and a Formula One card for advertisement. I don't know. It's just there's next level money.
Yeah.
At these events, I didn't have to pay to go there, so that was the best part.
That's awesome. What hotel did you stay at?
Park MGM.
Park MGM.
I don't know. It was decent.
Yeah.
But it's like I haven't been to Vegas in a while, and it's everything's expensive there. Like we got like 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Before dinner, and it was like I paid $52 with tip, and I'm like, why am I spending $50
for 2 drinks each,
for
or
like
2 drinks?
For 2 drinks, like a margarita and some gin and tonic, and it was like $52. I'm like, damn, this is rough. I don't have the money for this.
That's crazy. Do you have to wear earplugs when you're there? Is it like loud? No, are you that close?
It wasn't crazy loud. Like
just loud enough.
Yeah, it's loud enough. It's hard when they come ripping by and they're powering out of the corner. If you're talking to someone, you got to raise your voice, but it wasn't like unbearably loud where we were, at least.
And it's just loud for like a second when they go by.
Yeah,
right?
And and like, early in the race, everyone's really close, so it's pretty loud. And then, by, 15 minutes in, they're a little bit more spread out. And it's not quite as aggressive. So
who won?
I did actually wear earplugs, though, when the DJs were playing, because that was loud.
Yeah.
The first night, I was like, I got back home, my ears were just ringing.
No shit. Yeah, because they probably have to turn it up a little bit too to compete with.
And then my ears are like, years of riding dirt bikes and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my ears.
Is your hearing kind of?
I think
going?
yeah. I mean, maybe it's just my excuse. I don't have to listen to my wife tell me what to do sometimes.
Dude, I went to I think my hearing's going too. I went to the ear doctor, and I haven't heard from him since. I feel like it is too, because it's loud.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Thank you.
I saw that today.
Yeah, I guess ear damage with all the revving engines could be an issue.
And then I don't know, because a lot of times, like, I wear goggles when I ride to try and keep my eyes safe, but there's plenty of times where they get fogged up or you can't see, so the goggles come off. Or in a muddy race, it just gets so bad that like sometimes you gotta have to toss the goggles. Unfortunately. Really? And I've always thought I had really good vision, and like the last like 2 years, I can tell my left eye is like starting to my vision's getting worse. It's not good.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you probably have to wear nice lenses when you're doing all your glass blowing stuff to keep your eyes.
Well, you have to wear special lenses to take out the sodium flare, didymium lenses, but
to see what you're doing.
I feel like my left eye, when I look at stars, like I was looking at Venus the other night, which I thought was a UFO. It was like so weird. But
or a drone, either one.
But when I look at it with my left eye, it looks like it's moving to the left a little bit. When I look at it with my right eye, it's like more just a little ball.
Staying still,
yeah.
I notice it's like when I'm driving at night
and
the other lights are coming at me, I was like weird with my left eye, like that weird transition period where it's starting to get dark. And then I was telling someone about it, and I think like 3 months later we were at a restaurant, and it was actually down in downtown Evergreen. I think it was Revival Brews we were at, and like they have like a chalkboard menu on the wall, and I was like sitting at a distance covering my eyes, and I like couldn't read it with my left eye.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh no, it's happening. I'm getting old.
Have you got your vision checked?
No.
No? You're supposed to do that every
year.
2 years or something
like that.
When you're younger. I got mine checked. I got 15/20. That's even better than 20/20.
You're on top of it.
Yeah.
So you can see like 15 feet at 20 feet or something.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. I think for like the average person that sees it at this, you can see it from further back. So your eyesight's better.
Yeah, it comes and goes though a little bit. I feel like some days it's better than other days. And they told me because I'm looking at detailed things and my muscles in my eyes, they're like focused on small. And then when I drive, it's like, because at night the stars will come from headlights too with me. Like it's hard to drive at night, especially at night in the rain.
You need good. Like I was looking at some of your glass products or your artwork, and it's like your logo is built into some of them. I'm like, how do you like? That's so finite and.
Well, that's minuscule. Made a lot bigger, and then they shrink it down when they pull it out.
Okay.
But yeah, signing
so you tricked me. You didn't actually make
Marinis
it that tiny
are tricky. Yeah. Yeah, but signing the work, that shit. Sometimes you can't see it. It's so tiny. So how do you unwind and stay grounded when you're not riding? Like,
sometimes it's difficult. I'm always just thinking about too many things, so it's hard to like.
It's hard to relax
about stuff. Yeah. So, and that's whether I go out in the garage by myself and just like work on things slowly and try not to be stressed about it. Mm-hmm. That's good. Like I had one of those moments last night where I had a couple things to work on, but other times there's kind of a timeline and you like start getting all buzzed out, or like you said earlier, you were working on a piece till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Just to finish it. Like,
and I should have probably waited till the next day.
But you're so determined to get it done, and then you start rushing things, and then you mess something up. So for me, it's like can't put yourself in that position, but like it's nice to have no pressure. Have no pressure to like.
But you kind of do have some. You said a month from now.
Yeah, I got a month from now, so I feel like I keep waking up early in the morning and thinking about things I need to do right now.
Nice,
but. I've found making little notes on my phone to be like, hey, call these people today. Like it's
remind me. Hey Siri, remind me to call this person.
That's been helpful.
And then so once you get it, you're gonna go ride it again before your race, I guess.
Yeah, I'll ride it
a few times.
Plenty more times.
Good to know it.
So.
What about the uniform? Is that going to change too, or not?
All my gear and stuff's changing. Yeah. Obviously we have like specific riding gear.
Yeah. What's it called? Gear?
Yeah, just
your gear. Not your
Gear.
uniform.
Yeah, my gear. I'm actually probably changing up boots next year.
Yeah.
I've got super jacked feet. Like my right foot is hammered because I've broken my foot a few times.
Oh, really?
And a couple surgeries, and it's an ugly foot. Like my toes don't curl because I broke my foot, and like I broke the toes.
Smashing it into stuff?
From smashing into stuff.
So did the boots? Are they like ski boots a little bit?
Yeah, they're kind of like ski boots. They're like hinge boots, so like they have movement in the ankles, but then they're leather with quite a bit of plastic. They're not near as rigid as like what a ski boot is, because you still need some more flexion going on.
Yeah.
So, but switched like the boots I used to get custom ones for a while, which was pretty sick. They had like my own mold at the factory for my hoof that was all jacked up.
Oh yeah.
But
you had to go there and mold your foot.
I gave them like photos and I said, this is where it's bugging me. And they like added material on the mold. So when they formed the boot, it had like extra space, like a bigger toe box. But they went to a whole new boot and I didn't get that. It went to a new mold and everything. So it kind of ruined my custom mold I had. Oh. So
you're going to switch it up?
Yeah,
then?
I'm switching up to like a different boot.
What company are you thinking?
It's called CD.
CD?
Yeah, they make cycling shoes for like road cycling, mountain biking, and dirt bike boots. So probably, and then it fits my foot a little bit better. But yeah, I'm wearing all new helmet next year, all new riding gear, all new goggles,
and
changing everything.
Do they pick the sponsors that go on it, or do you?
I got to pick everything.
You got to pick everything. Yeah. So is it all filled up?
Yeah, pretty much all.
Who are you riding with this year?
So I'm wearing like a Aero helmet, which is an Italian manufacturer. And I've been riding a Japanese helmet the last 4 years, but it's like older tech. And the new helmet's a lot lighter and vents better. And like for what I'm doing with racing, I'm never really going at super high speed. So like the faster you go in your car or on a motorcycle, like the more wind hits hitting you. So I just had a poor venting helmet before and I just get too hot.
Really?
So getting a lighter Venny helmet, and then I'm wearing different goggles and glasses next year for Havoc.
Goggles and glasses?
Yeah, well,
do you know, switch them out?
Glasses, whatever. You can wear whatever you want, but I'll get free sunglasses.
Do you wear glasses underneath your goggles?
No.
Oh,
but they make glasses and
okay. For when you're not riding?
Yeah, for when I'm not riding. Oh. But I'm wearing Havoc, and it's actually a buddy of mine I've known forever. Him and his best friend started it. Like, no way. Quite some years ago, and I hit him up and I was like, hey, like I need something else. Help me out. So it's
sweet. Really Where are they from?
They're out of like Temecula, SoCal area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a lot of the industry, what I do is in Southern California.
Yeah.
But it kind of keeps slowly moving to places like Georgia and Florida because the riding's year round there and the taxes are cheaper for like big corporations to work out of those spots.
What other gear do you wear?
I'll be wearing MSR next year, which is Malcolm Smith Racing. And Malcolm Smith, there's some old movies from back in the day. Oh my God, I can't think of them right now. But On Any Sunday and On Any Sunday 2, they were like from the 70s. And it was produced by...
Is that football movie?
No, it's a dirt bike movie. Okay. It's like On Any Sunday, but it's different.
Okay.
They stole the name.
Really?
From the 70s. But... yeah, it was like a surfing director filmed these dirt bike movies, and Malcolm Smith was in it, and he was like a legend in these movies. So he actually just passed away like a month ago.
No way.
Yeah, he's probably 90 years old now or something.
And he designed his own
gear? Yeah, he had his own gear company, partnered with some other companies. So it was Malcolm Smith Racing. But I'll be with them, and their parent company is called Rocky Mountain ATV MC.
No, nice.
And they're based out of Utah, but they're a huge distributor, and they sell anything and everything for motorsports off-road stuff. So like you can get stuff for your side-by-side there. You can get stuff for quads, stuff for dirt bikes, stuff for adventure bikes. And they're my title sponsor for my team, which is really cool. And then they have like a really cool affiliate program thing set up. So like just last night, I probably spent a good hour marking out everything like I recommend that they sell on their website for people. That'll be like on a landing page thing. So when I'm doing my YouTube stuff, and they gave me a bunch of product to kind of mock up. So like they gave me some nice floor mats to work in my garage. It's sick scissor jack stands. I can like jack my bike up and have like a more professional look versus just pure redneck garage setup.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're a really, really good company. So they own MSR. So it's kind of like a 2-part sponsorship for me.
And what's your title sponsor mean?
They'll basically just have the most branding on the bike. And then my team name is Rocky Mountain Yamaha. Okay. And since we live here in the Rocky Mountains, it was
it's perfect.
No-brainer.
That's great. But they're from Utah.
Yeah.
And then so are they like your suit, your gear? Do you like? I see a lot of people have like tons of logos on.
Yeah, so I'll have a decent amount of personal sponsors, just kind of like what is laid out for each contract. So like off the top of my head, I know for sure I'll have Aero, like my helmet sponsor on there. another guy here locally in Denver. He's a rider, but he's helping me give me half off on my door, my house, getting a new front door. So
No way.
I told him I would put a logo on the jersey.
Oh shit.
Just hustling,
Yeah.
But no,
let's
he's
work
a really
something
cool
out
guy.
here,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Let me get a Robertson
glass
logo
on
there. Yeah. What's that go for? A little goat rig, I guess,
we can try and
maybe.
figure something. Yeah, a little goat rig.
Oh shit. That's exciting.
That'd
Yeah,
be
for the
kinda fun to
pod,
do.
dude. The pod. This right there.
Yeah.
Right on the front of the helmet.
Right on the back of the helmet.
Do you have any rituals or routines you do before you race?
I should have, but I don't really have like any true ritual.
No.
I mean, try and warm up some a little bit and get the body moving is really the biggest.
What about your mind?
Try and like visualize. Like you always want to have like maximum confidence, right? So like I try and visualize my outcome that I expect out of myself. So like if I'm on a starting gate and it's like the gate drops and everyone tries to go, like I envision like all the rest of the guys just being a bunch of jokes and I'm the first guy to that first corner. Like you envision that, in the longer endurance races, it's a lot more unpredictable. So like I try and envision like have like the first solid part of the race and then let the race happen from there. So it's just trying to instill confidence is the biggest thing.
Is that important to get like a head start at the beginning on these races?
Yeah, just definitely being in the front lead pack is important because then you're not getting hung up with the guys in the back. And then if you don't, if you get stuck right off the bat and you're back in like 15th place, you're just instantly get way more amped and elevated and your heart rate spiking. And if you can get a good start and hang like just run a really clean race the first 45 minutes, an hour, that's kind of where I prefer being. I try not to sprint away too quick and do all the heavy lifting. I let other people manage and then I try and capitalize.
Really?
At least for the longer endurance races, right? Like, because
you get tired.
Yeah,
I
it
guess,
can be 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
Like no one can sprint for 4 hours. So, but I'm 36, so I'm a lot older than the 20 to 26-year-olds I'm racing against for the most part. So, for me, it's like I let kids are wild, right? Like even though they're 22, they're still
more
a kid. Yeah. So they're more like rambunctious and trying to get out and get away, and they're wasting more energy. And I just, I'm the seasoned vet at this
wiser.
point. Yes, wiser.
Much wiser.
Yes.
So, I mean, you can't keep doing this forever professionally. Do you have, what do you think? How many years do you think you could keep competing?
Yeah. So I'm 36 right now. And I was kind of surprised when I talked to Yamaha. They gave me an offer for a 3-year deal. And I'm like, okay, well, like I can't really turn it down, but all right, let's do this thing. So I'll be 39 when my deal ends, and ideally I will like sign on for 1 more year because I don't see like a bad partnership coming out of this by any means, and it's already for me been really positive. So I'm hoping to do like a final send off for fun year, right? Like say I made it to 40 and call it. That's
your plan?
I'm claiming it now.
Yeah.
I'll make it to 40 and then I'm done.
Wow.
But yeah, hoping like trying to plant the seed right now to do like research and development type role and testing. Like,
oh, cool.
Because I have a mechanical engineering degree that I don't do anything with.
Oh, nice.
But I do have, the schooling and knowledge from it. So
yeah, that's kind of what you're doing a little bit with Yamaha.
Right now. Yeah, especially right now. Like I'm testing a bunch of these things and kind of being the test dummy for it. And I've already, done some work with Yamaha and testing some stuff with them as well. So
that would be awesome.
So just giving feedback is really all I've done so far. So ideally, I have this positive relationship and then I can end up with some sort of role at Yamaha. I just got to keep, little seeds.
That sounds great.
Yeah, keep them happy.
Wow. So you're thinking about maybe retiring at 40
at
from
40, I think that
motocross, and then what else are you going to do with your time? Like, what would you do if moto biking was not a thing? Like, wasn't an option? What do you think you would do?
I don't know. I mean, I really enjoy mountain biking a lot. That's kind of like what I do for fun, and it's a great fitness thing, especially being up here in elevation.
Yeah,
where we're at. But Yeah, I don't know what I would do because it's just been my life.
Yeah,
for so
since
long.
you're
I don't
young,
know how I could,
raised.
like for you too, like obviously you've been pulling glass for ages. Like what happens when that ends? Podcasting?
Maybe the podcast,
Yeah.
maybe the cartoon, you know, those
Yeah.
are two
Other
things that
passions you have,
I would
yeah.
like to like do. Yeah.
So
Maybe you're coaching, like that might,
coach
that's
people.
something that could really build
taking
and
off.
like, it'd be really cool.
Yeah, the coaching thing's fun. It's just, I would love to do in-person stuff, but then that takes a bunch of time. And then you have to have like enough people there to where it makes sense. Cause I get people all the time, hey, I'm in Fresno, California. Like me and my buddy want to do a training thing. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to like go all the way there. And it doesn't make sense for you guys to pay me that much to get me there. Like it'd be better if you have more people. So no one, you know, these people aren't spending like $500 for a day. Because normally if I do group stuff, it's like $250 to $300 a day.
For a group?
Day, yeah.
How many are in the group?
Like 10.
10?
Yeah.
They all bring their own bikes and you guys ride around,
Yeah.
That's cool. So some extreme sports athletes, they are like known for some trick that they do that no one else can do, or, you know, they invent or whatever, like Tony Hawk with the 900. Do you have anything like signature stuff that you're kind of known
like
for?
We have stuff that's like, it's so different and unpredictable, but I'm definitely probably more known for like the very technical side of things and doing like weird rock to rock hopping lines that no one else will try, or if they do, they normally can't make it. So my like technical approach is probably what I'm most known for, is just doing things that other people normally won't try.
And do you do that because it's like the shortest path to get you where you need to go, or like,
sometimes it's just bragging.
or is it just
bragging rights?
Bragging rights, like
Just
some
bragging
style
rights.
on it.
In the race, I don't do.
You don't do that. Oh, okay.
I will, but not normally. But it's normally like if we're out riding.
If you're way ahead, maybe you do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't do that in the race because
no, in the race I'm just trying to win.
Cool.
But it's like if we're filming things, I try and do stuff for bragging rights.
Hell yeah. No, I love seeing those.
Yeah, one up.
Is there any competitions that are more based on like style? Like you did something in downtown Nashville or something, right?
That was like we raced on Lower Broadway in downtown Nashville. That was like just like a straight rhythm enduro course they built, like a man-made course. So there wasn't really style there. It's just
as quick as possible.
As quick as possible. I had a couple moves that the other guys weren't able to do, which is probably why I won it. But there's like
what was that?
It was like a log rhythm, and everyone was kind of like doubling through them, and I was able to like hit and like land and wheelie and carry more speed through it. And it was a riskier line, but I was confident doing it.
Saved you. It was
just
quicker.
Gave me enough little bit extra momentum.
Nice.
To barely win.
Well, that's what, you know, however many years how long you been riding now? Like since you were 12, right? Or
early, yeah. I started riding when I was 3 or 4 years old.
3 or 4?
And then I grew up riding like trials types events, which is like a more technical style of racing. And then when I was 10, my dad, we started traveling around and doing like national events.
Yeah.
So 10 years old is kind of when I started competing, I guess I'd say.
Yeah. Damn.
So, and then went pro at 15 in that sport. So
shit.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Like being, in high school, and I was like, I got paid to ride motorcycles. It wasn't much, but like I actually had money.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did anybody else in your high school have anything cool like that going on?
They worked at a froyo place and got money, I guess.
Yeah.
Which seems to be a dying breed. I feel like we don't see kids
working anymore.
Working as much.
No, they want to just have their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which
I don't blame them. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
more
making
money than
millions.
Yeah. More money than us.
What's one of the craziest tracks you've ever ridden?
It's a good question. We were in Brazil, and it was, I don't remember the name of the race. Minas Riders. It was like this area of Brazil called Minas Gerais or something. But yeah, the amount of terrain I covered in one day there was just silly. Like 6 hours on the bike, kind of like rally through the jungle, through fields and crops, and just wild horses running around, and dogs chasing you, and little kids waving at you, like in all these little villages. Like,
so is that a track crazy. That you followed, or is that just kind of like?
It was like basically like a lot of it was like footpaths and stuff, and it was a rally type event. So there was GPS. So you follow GPS, and then they just have ribbons like on trees every X amount of distance. Wow. So it's like a kind of a navigational race, and it was wild.
So you can kind of like take your own path to the next destination. Yeah.
Somewhat. You don't want to go off path though, because it's the jungle, and if you're not on a footpath, someone like you're lost.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ride?
And it was so. I remember like being in like these crazy tight things where they like cut it out with like a machete or something. Wow. And the whole time I'm in Brazil, so I'm just thinking about anacondas. So I'm like, all these vines are in the trees, and all I was thinking was just like an anaconda was going to fall on me. I was so scared.
Damn, I saw a picture. They just found a huge one out there. It was like 41 feet long.
That could have been me, like strangled by
in there, inside of it.
You still have that fear, you know. I feel like we all had the fear as children of like quicksand.
Yeah.
Like falling in quicksand and never getting out, or like a snake in the jungle.
Have you seen those golfing videos where they'll like hook a snake on a fishing line to somebody and they're like, oh, Bob. And they go, they start running down. Like,
they're so good.
They are so funny. This episode is powered by Yerba Star. When I'm blowing glass all day, Yerba Star keeps me fueled up. Started by glass blowers, and hey, they're made for glass blowers. Tell you what, and probably musicians and athletes, whoever likes yerba mate. Yerba Star is passionate about drinking yerba mate, and what makes it so great are the families and farms who produce it. They have great flavors like lemon lime and mixed berry. Check out their Instagram at Yerba Star. Yerba Star. Find them in select stores across Colorado or purchase straight from their website at yerbastar.com. Now, back to the show. What's your favorite all-time motocross movie?
Oh, yeah. Have you heard of Motocross?
Motocross? No.
Remember when Disney used to do like monthly movies back in the day when it was like cable TV only? You didn't have the Disney app. But they came out with one called Motocross, and it was like a twin brother and sister. The brother got hurt because, you know, all dirt bikers get hurt.
Did.
And the sister rode for the brother.
I did
cut her hair
seeing
off.
that. Yeah. And pretended to be the boy.
The boy. And like she had her nails painted, and they're like, "What is you paint your nails?" He's like, "Oh, it's for arm pump." Like, that was just a classic.
What year do you think that was?
2000 to 2002 range, probably 2000.
Yeah.
And like she goes to the track, and like only if you knew who they were, like they weren't actors, like they were actually like pro racers from back in the day, were like at the local track, but like you had to know who the people were, like Travis Pastrana, who everyone knows who Travis Pastrana is. Like he was in it, and some other top guys from the time. So it was just cool, nostalgic.
When's the last time you watched it?
I tried to get my kid to watch it probably literally like 8 months ago.
Yeah. Too young.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, maybe I'll give that one a shot. That's on Disney then, probably.
Yeah, Motocross. I'm sure it's on the app.
Yeah.
Yeah, Motocross.
Everything's on there. Simpsons and all that.
There's some other ones I was in that were cool, but like
that you were in?
Yeah, I think it's Moto. It's like Moto the movie series. A couple of them on YouTube, like Moto 3.
Moto the movie,
Moto the movie. But they had like 10 of them.
And you're in them?
Yeah, I'm in number 3, 5, and 8.
Are these like movies with like a plot about the racer or something?
Yeah, kind of. A whole storyline about different riders. So, you know, they'll feature probably 8 to 10 riders in each one of them.
And you were featured in one?
Yeah, or I was one of the riders.
One of the riders, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So normally they have like an off-road guy.
So that's more of like a document.
Yeah, it's kind of like you get to tell your story a little bit, and then they get some really cool action shots.
I wonder if like Hollywood ever needs like riders, like if they're like filming a movie and they're like, oh, we need stunt work.
So I did stunts once for Animal Kingdom. Have you watched that show?
On
It was
is
on
it like
TNT. It used to be on TNT.
I'm looking.
It's on some sort of, but it's like about a crazy family that does like drug.
Oh,
stuff.
I love that show.
Yeah,
dude.
like the mom, like the grandma.
The mom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the mom,
no, I love
So
that show. You're
I-
in that?
I did one of the episodes.
No way.
I still get checks in the mail. I got a check for like
Which
$6.
episode?
It was like, I think it was the first. It was like the first opening
love that
scene.
show.
But it was season 3 or 4. I forget. I was in season 3 or 4, and they're at like a motocross track.
Wow. What were you just racing in the background?
Yeah, we were just like, because the characters went and rode dirt bikes that day. So
Were you supposed to be like acting as the character?
yeah, I was. I think it's Ben is his name, the guy with like the long hair, the
Yeah.
taller brother. I was the brother with like the longer hair, I think. That day, but it was funny. They made us wear like do-rags.
Yeah.
I don't know. No one ever wears do-rags to ride, but I think they were like wanted to hide the fact that I didn't have long hair and matched.
Oh,
I don't know. It was weird.
that's funny, dude. Me and Kyle loved that show.
Yeah,
That was a
and it
good
was
show.
like,
I hated the
was
theme
stoked.
song for it though. I always had to like skip
yeah.
through the theme song.
I think I got like $2,500 for one day of filming.
Wow.
And
And
it
now you
was
still
like-
get a royalty.
And it was so easy. Like I hardly had to do anything. They would like tell us to do it. We'd do it like 4 times and then go back to like the catering truck. And they had like a full semi just for like food for breakfast and lunch.
Wow. So you and a few other riders were out there?
Yeah, me and another buddy of mine, and then 2 other guys I had met that day.
Did you like apply to do that or did they hit you up?
Someone hit me up because he got double booked, and he normally was the stunt double for that guy, but we're about the same height, so it worked out. And he knew who I was and knew I'd be able to do everything fine. So he was like, "Hey, do you want to do this? Like, I'm double booked." And he was shooting for the Mayans. Like, it was Sons of Anarchy.
okay.
Remember Sons of
Yeah.
Anarchy? And then there was the Mayans, which came up.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't either, but they were like filming probably only like 30 minutes away. But he was in both, and they were like filming the same day. So he was like, "Hey, can you fill for me?"
That's cool. So you flew out there? When was that?
This was like, no, I was still in California at the time.
Oh, you were in
This
Cali.
was like 2017 probably.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think my biggest check I ever got was like $48. Like I'm not rich off this.
Well, if more people watch it,
Yeah, more
then
people
more.
watch-
So
yeah.
like, check that show out. Animal.
then-
Was it called Animal Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom.
I think it was.
I think it's Animal
I don't
Kingdom.
think that seems foreign to me, but I love that show about that gang family,
Yeah,
the
the
mom,
gang family.
and then
The
the
mom's
brother who's like
crazy.
in jail, and then he builds the half pipe in the parking
Yeah,
lot,
and
and
then
then
there's
beats
the-
people.
yeah.
Like,
It was a
yeah, it was
wild
pretty
show.
violent. Yeah, I liked it though. It was good.
Yeah, I never actually watched it till after I was in it, and then I watched the whole thing.
I watched the first one on a plane. I'm like, this is a good show, and then I went and watched
Yeah.
the whole season at home. That's
Kinda
very
dark.
cool.
It's definitely dark.
Yeah, is it real? Like, is that really happening out in Southern
I
California?
don't think it's that real. I think it's a little dramatic.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received from like a mentor or a fellow rider? Anything that stands out?
Yeah, I don't know about like mentally wise getting help from someone, but like just like helping me ride. There was a guy, he passed away, but his name was Caselli, and they have like a whole foundation about him. But when I was super new to it, he was really helpful when I kind of transitioned into off-road racing, and he gave me like, he was really mean about it, but like he wanted, like, you know, he was just like a dick.
Tough
cussing
love.
me out. But yeah, it was like tough love, and I think he knew there was potential there. So I think I'm grateful of like,
So
the little bit of time he helped coach me with some stuff, like
Yeah.
just to be more efficient, not wasting energy. He's like, you don't need to do this. Like you look like an idiot. So
What do you mean?
I was just trying to like corner too hard, and like everything I was doing was trying to go as fast as I could everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, like you're going to do this for 2 hours. Like, sure, yeah, you'll nail this corner perfect once, but think about all the other corners you'll blow out and go too fast or too wide. And think about all the time and energy you're wasting. And then I was like, oh, yeah, you're not wrong.
So that one stuck with you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you been hearing about these drones over New Jersey?
I think drones all over the place.
All over now. What do you think is going on?
I don't know. My wife keeps bringing it up.
Because the government or like the White House said they don't know what they are.
Yeah,
They're not foreign
but
adversaries.
they don't seem alarmed about it.
But why not?
I don't know.
And I guess there's a shipment of nuclear stuff that went missing that on December 2nd that ended up in New Jersey, and the container was broken into and damaged, and that's missing. So some people think that they're like scanning for nuclear because they're flying in grid patterns too.
No, they're like fully flying them out professionally too.
Like
I don't know.
What do you suspect? What do you think could possibly be?
I don't know. Like they can spy on us with our phone. There's no reason for them to spy on us with drones. So I think it has nothing to do with spying, really. I don't know. I guess.
Well, at nighttime, you need like sensors to see anything. So they must be gathering information, because you don't fly drones at night unless you're doing that, right? Because you can't see shit.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
What's your thoughts? Because I don't know. I literally.
Well, so there's
and the way I look at it is like, we live up here in the mountains. I'm like, I'm not in a big city. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
They're gonna leave me alone.
I wonder what would happen if like a nuke went off in New Jersey.
It would be like not good.
No, everyone would die there, but where would it would just be shut down everywhere.
We'd be safe here, but it would, like, our grid, everything would be
down.
Toast.
Think so? Our grid up here.
I mean, we probably still have energy and everything, but like just the
food supply, the chaos, everything, all the displaced people.
Yeah. The stress and panic.
Yeah, I don't know what they are, but there's like these photographs of orbs that are like these plasma balls, and then there's photographs of drones. And some drones I saw like morph into like other things, dude. Like so it's a really strange, I don't know what to believe.
It's probably bad, but I haven't been like, I'm trying to avoid it because it kind of creeps me out a little bit.
It does. It's scary. I feel like they're here, and I feel like we're on the brink, and they're like, yo, you guys are like gonna blow yourselves up.
But yeah, so it's not.
Maybe they're so smart that they're helping us.
I was like thinking like maybe there's just like a wet Reddit group no one's found yet, or like a 4chan group, and it's just people dicking with us.
Dicking with us? Yeah. I don't know.
But that'd be a lot of people to be dicking with, yeah. But you know, they were able to do the GameStop.
There's never been the GameStop. Yeah. I think we talked about that last time. I feel like, but I got taken advantage of. You know, you didn't buy any Hawk Tuah coin?
I did not.
Ah, shit. She's about to go to jail.
I heard she someone thought she died. She's been like fully silent for 2
ghosting,
weeks.
Yeah. Well, because she did that, and she like.
I don't think she knew what she was doing. It was just other people doing it, and
maybe
they were using her name, and now everyone hates her.
Yeah.
I did not buy Hawk Tuah coin though.
No. Do you have any cryptocurrency?
Yeah, I have some Ethereum. I have Doge, some Bitcoin, not near enough. I have not near enough Bitcoin. But
well, you gonna buy it now? It's at 106.
No.
Why not? It's gonna go to 420, maybe 250.
I don't know.
Do you have XRP?
No.
That one I just bought. And
my buddy was telling me
it went up huge, and now it's like leveling, but it's supposed to go up a lot.
It's so unpredictable. I don't know how to predict it. I don't know.
I don't know.
If they're able to predict it.
Predict anything though, right?
Yeah.
It could all be a big scam, and they could just pull it all out. Yeah. That's what I heard too. Like if you really knew who owned Bitcoin, you wouldn't buy any Bitcoin.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I owed Goldie $100, so I said she wanted it, right? The cash. I'm like,
you're like, hey, I'll put $100 in.
Well, I like bought her a penny coin. Like I bought PayPay for her, and that's been going up and down, and like it's down right now, but
it might go back up.
It might go back up.
Yeah.
Maybe after Trump gets in, who knows?
Yeah. Where's Doge at now? I don't know.
Doge is low. I bought Doge too because it stands for Department of Government Efficiency, and that's Elon Musk.
But it does now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there could be something behind that.
Unless he knew he was going to do Doge years ago with Department of Government Efficiency, but
it worked out pretty good.
It did work out, yeah.
Yeah, and because that's his coin, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was just like pumping it up because for fun.
He's got some.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got tons of it. Yeah, Doge.
What else in current events? What about this Luigi guy? Do you think it's a distraction or what's going on?
I don't know, but like obviously
they got him.
It's not good to murder someone. I don't know if it was actually Luigi did it because the eyebrow photo doesn't match, or
his jacket or his backpack.
Dude, it's kind of working though. I mean, like I think I told you earlier, like the Phoenix Suns, the CEO has like a $2 menu for food now. Like hot dogs are $2, water is $2 at a basketball game for the Phoenix Suns, and before it was $8.50 for a water. So these people were like, hey, like, we don't need to be this
But
corrupt. I just saw, and then I saw United Airlines. There's a bunch of flight attendants and stuff striking right now at like the hubs, like Denver and stuff.
No way.
But like the CEO had like a $9 million salary increase from last year to this year or something.
Wow.
And I'm
just
like,
$9 million.
yeah, just casual.
Yeah.
But like,
no big deal.
Christmas what about the people that actually do all the work for your company, you know?
Did you see how
woman and man
Frontier was just like getting grilled like in court, and they've been encouraging their staff to go and pull people out of line and charge them for overweight bags, and they get a $10 incentive. So they've made $27 million off oversized bags like this year. And my friend who he was just on the pod, he's coming from California, and he went to Frontier, and there was no one at the check-in. It was really early in the morning. He weighed his bag. It said overweight. So he had to pay the $250 or the whatever, $200 extra. He paid it. And then they said, oh, you're too late. Your bag won't make it to the flight.
And he was there. And
he was there. So he had to cancel that flight. He just got a United flight. And so he went there and he weighed the same bag, and it was under 50 pounds. Oh, so their scale was 10 pounds over.
Scamming.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, these corporations are just greedy.
They can just gouge us all they want. Yeah. There's no fairness.
But then Luigi comes in.
Yeah.
And he's kind of our savior.
I mean,
a little bit.
No, yeah.
And a bad way of saying it.
And who knows? It seems like something's weird going on with that. And then he wrote shit on the bullets too, didn't he?
I don't like.
And then he's just at McDonald's.
All these things lately
getting busted. Did you tell me that he got like picked up at McDonald's with a gun?
Well, that, and apparently like the lady, there was like a $50,000 reward or something.
Oh.
And the lady called 911, was like, hey, I think this is the dude.
She got paid?
No, because she called 911 and not like the person, like the agency or whatever looking for him.
What?
I mean, this is just,
I would sue the police.
So who knows? But yeah.
No, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't sue the police, but it's nice and warm and fuzzy.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Luigi, but maybe it holds some of these CEOs accountable for just robbing us.
On that note, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to discuss? Any big plans coming up? You got your race on the 26th, 7th?
Race 26th, 27th.
What's the grand prize for that?
I don't know. A pretty sick trophy, maybe $5,000. I'm not sure. Something like that.
Sick.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I won't say no to $5,000.
No.
Yeah. So I need to win that. A lot of pressure though, because I won it last year. Now I'm on the new bike. So yeah, I gotta prove myself.
Is it going to be televised or?
Yeah, it's probably on. I don't know. If you search King of Hammers.
King of Hammers.
Yeah, King of Hammers. It's like, I don't know if it's called Hammer TV. I could just be making that up, but it's live streamed. They got helicopters and it's a whole production.
And they probably televise the like.
Yeah, and they have announcers talking about stuff. Yeah.
Cool. So the second part of that race, after you guys go, people just have their like machines all decked out. Like,
yeah, crazy rock crawlers, crazy trophy trucks, crazy side-by-sides. They have a stock class, and they're just like racing high-speed stuff across the desert and then going up crazy, rocky, dry creek beds.
Wow.
In like, it's like
those steep hills.
I think it's where it may be where they film parts of like The Hills Have Eyes. Like in the desert. You remember that movie where they
I don't think I saw it. Is that a horror movie?
A horror movie, yeah.
I don't
it's
remember that one.
Crazy desert. It's right next to like a big marine base out there too. So sometimes you'll see them posted up, probably blowing things up. Because it's kind of like Afghanistan out there. Cold. It's like high desert, so it's like cold nights and then super hot.
So they train out there?
Days. Yeah, so
probably lots of UFOs out there in the skies.
Some drones.
Maybe. Well, man, thank you very much for coming in today, dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. We'll have to do this next year.
Why not?
And see the updates, see how the Yamaha is going for you.
Yamaha's going, where the drone situation is.
Yeah. We'll do a little update.
You'll have to watch Motocross with the kids.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you my review on that one.
Yeah.
That will be great.
It's pretty good.
Awesome, dude. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up. We did about an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's great.
Perfect.
Yeah. What's your website again? So if anybody wants to check out the coaching.
So I have cw2training.com, and then CW2racing.com has some other stupid merch things on there that are kind of fun.
Yeah.
But Instagram, Cody Webb 2. I'm sure you'll.
And is there another Cody C Webb too?
There's a couple. Oh,
for Yamaha.
There's a Cooper Webb too.
Is he riding with Yamaha?
Yeah, he's Yamaha too.
So how are you guys getting along?
We're okay. I don't know.
Is there like some weird with
Never
like
actually
tags getting printed?
Yeah.
No.
CW2. Yeah, there's a battle there between us.
You've never met him?
I've seen him around, but never met him.
Yeah.
And then just the other day, there's on Instagram, there's the real Cody Webb. And he's like
Who's
a comedian.
that?
I don't know. He's like a comedian or something.
You're not the real
But
Cody Webb?
I messaged him, and now me and the real Cody Webb are bros.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's a comedian?
And then he sent me a screenshot from his Facebook in 2012 where he was like watching X Games and I was competing. And he like made a post about me. He tagged me. I don't even remember this. But yeah, like he's
like,
this
is my weekend job. I'm racing at X Games.
He like made a post on Facebook in 2012 about watching Cody Webb as the real Cody Webb on X Games.
Damn. So now you guys are bros.
Yeah. We're buddies.
Following each other.
Yeah.
That's cool. Maybe when he comes to town,
we get some content.
We'll go check him out if he plays at Comedy Works or something.
Yeah. I don't know what he does. Maybe it's online only. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm going to follow him. Yeah. All right. We'll see what's up. Maybe he'll be our next guest on the pod.
He is the real Cody Webb. I'm the fake one.
That's what you should change your handle to.
The fake Cody Webb.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you again for coming in, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, guys. See you next time.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Robertson Stash podcast. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you want to support us, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, we want to hear from you. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach out. Hit the website, hit the link. We'll see you next time.